Hello everyone, good day, good morning or good midday. My name is Zoibu, I'm a mixed media artist from the Netherlands, and today I will tell you all about these ink samples that I've gotten. These are from Taunus Ink. He is a maker, I believe originally from Korea, and now he's based in Germany. And I talked to him at the Dutch Pen Show, and we started talking and talking. I got a bunch of Colorverse inks from him. But he also started dabbling into making his own inks. What you see here is the amount of samples he sent to me. They don't have any names, so I probably write something down that it reminds me of, or just green number 1 or something. And these are the swatches he sent to me. This is on Clairefontaine paper. And he also added the double or an extra green, because I love myself a green. So I'm really happy that he was like, here, 9 colors plus 1, so this one. And he made this at the 5th of July, this 2025. But for now, I will swatch it to you and I hope you will like it. If you saw the video I posted before about the Asvine pen, I actually inked one of the Taunus inks into this pen. But I will not spoil anything, you will see it later which one it is. But as you can see, this is my little roster of inks, and I will just start with all the greens. And then with the row behind here or under here. What I will be using for swatching is my trusty Kakimori Brass Nib. I also have a little jar of water. And that's just to rinse out the pens. So you can see water in the bowl. This bowl is made by Caitlin Bongers, by the way. She is a ceramist. There we go. In the Netherlands, so that's very cool that I got one of hers. Everything I kind of mentioned I will also link down below or put in the description down below, so you will not get lost. And I feel like it's just time to get on swatching. Oops. To get on swatching. There we go. I kind of want to... It's been a while since I've done some swatching, so I will just look at how I've done them here. And I will just kind of copy it, what I've done there. What I also noticed is that I kind of want to use a little thing in the back. There we go. And then we just start with the swatching. I'm really interested. Okay. Yeah, thick line, thin line. Oh. Oh. Kind of costed me a little bit to get used to. I feel like I needed to add a little bit more. Taunus Inks. Something green. Is the one, or is this one, or how I would call it? There, damned. Words! It's like all jumbled up, like, ooh. And then, yeah, I need some water now on this side. Gonna make it blue. Water here. Cleaning my dip pen. Then adding this on the side here. I must say I don't really have a lot to say while doing this, but I hope you still enjoy it anyways. There we go. My towel. Keep in mind the colors that I show here, they don't have actual names just yet. So this is just what I call them. The next one is also a darker green. Oh, there's a little fiber. I'm kind of moving my brush to get the ink in all the grooves. Ooh, nice. This is more of a forest green. I'll start here. Very rich green, as you can see. I like this. I like this a lot. This is pretty. Pretty. Okay. Having a little bit there. Then using the water to kind of mix and match. And also add it here. There we go. Wow. I always confuse myself how to write forest. Maybe it's with 2 R's. If that's the case, just imagine there are 2 R's there. Oh, I look forward to this because you can see how the 2 colors look so different from each other. Okay, cleaning my pen. There we go, next color. And also, if you maybe are not, how do you say that? Started getting into inks, you're still figuring out what you like. Maybe you're quite intimidated by swatching inks. This is a dragon green. If you're kind of intimidated by swatching or doing whatever, just find your own way. It doesn't have to be pretty, just find a way that works for you. For me, it took quite a long time before I figured out what I liked, and I still feel that it's still evolving. So I'm still figuring out ways to swatch inks or just be busy with inks and enjoy the progress of using this specific medium. And I haven't figured it out what it is totally what I like. Maybe you see it already. I do love myself a good green. But yeah, dragon green or dragon's green could also work because it reminds me of dragon scales. Especially if it dries up, because you can already see some of that brown coming through. I really look forward to this. This should also be a color with 2 tones in them. Oops, I did a little droplet there. Oopsie. Taunus Inks. I do want another mythical being, so I feel like this would be a that water thing. Pegasus Blue, or Seelie Blue. Seelie Blue sounds kind of nice. Seelie Blue. Seelie. Kind of more magical names. You can already see that separation happening with the color. I like that a lot. I find that so cool in inks. Because you really don't really know what you're going to get. It's kind of, you just have to wait and see, and then it will appear right in front of you, and you're like, oh, that is cool, I like that, yippee. I like that, Seelie Blue, even though, you know, me and writing, I don't know, it's difficult, especially with this Kakimori Nib. I feel like my normal handwriting would be better, but this is just, wait, these are only 8... Oh no, I didn't even make enough squares. Okay, I just noticed this. Oopsie. I do have my stuff still here, so we're. I'm just gonna add a few more because there are 10 samples, like I mentioned before. How am I gonna do this? Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. No one will know that I made a mistake. Or at least you will know. No, you will know, but it will not bother you. So yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. You will never know that these are slightly different than the other ones. Okay, for the next blue we have a more more purplish blue. So that will be nice. Let's see how that looks. I will put it right here so it will look slightly different. But you can still see me swatching it. Taunus Ink, and this is a Faerie Blue. Faerie Blue. Maybe you don't like the name, that's okay. I do. Okay, this is the Faerie Blue. It is just a bluish purple color, so it is duo shading. That means there are multiple colors you can see in one swatch. Let me add some water here. So pretty. Let's see how this will dry, shall we? A little bit more. Okay, so for the next row, as you can see, this is the first row. I will do a little close-up section. Keep in mind, none of these inks have any names. These are just the names that I've given them. Because I feel like, especially the duo color inks, I feel like those can have a little bit more pretty names. This is almost 3 colors in one. Do you see that? You have the pink, then the green, and then also that brownish with the blue. Oh, so cool. And this one is more purple with blue. Oh, so pretty. Especially this one. This one is calling me. I like that. Okay, for the bottom row, I will start at the bottom right here, since I want to connect the blue family on this part. And then we still have a purple, a pink, an orange, and a black color. So yes, let me start. So he also said to me that he's kind of still experimenting to figure out what he likes, what kind of colors he wants to make, what kind of colors are people finding or wanting to have here. So that's also very important. Let me check. Taunus Ink. Lake blue? Lake blue. Don't ask me what lake, just a lake. There we go, a little bit closer. Just a very strong blue. Nothing wrong with this. Just nice, just pretty. I forgot the bottom swirl, so let me just add that. A little bit of water. Look at that. Wow. As you might know or have noticed so far, I'm not really a blue person. I do not use a lot of blues in my pens. But every now and then you get a nice blue. And then I'm like, yeah, I do like blue. I do like blue in my pen. And this is one of them. Even though it looks fairly just like a normal blue or a blue that you could use every day, I like the way that looks. Okay, now for the purple. Ooh, that is nice. Very nice. Taunus Ink. What is this color telling me? It reminds me of a specific watercolor color ink. I feel like I will call it wine purple, or not, grape purple, or different. Amethyst purple. I like amethyst. And you can probably tell me like, but amethysts are like very different hues than this purple. It's not the official name. It is just what it reminds me of, okay? And maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. And all is fine. Let me know what color you would... wait, let me say that again. What color this color reminds you of, or the other colors, what they remind you of. Maybe we can help the creator find some ink names. But this is pretty... Oh, sorry for the bump there. So far, they behave really well, these inks. So I'm really looking forward to put them in more pens, especially the more funny colors. Like this one, this is a pink. So let's see. Wow. That is a pink. I will not disagree that this ain't a pink. Taunus Ink. Taunus Ink. And this is... icing? Or just pinkish pink? I would just call it pink. Sometimes you don't have to get all difficult. And now I'm noticing like I do not really know what to call this. So pink it is. What is also really noticeable is that here you can see different colors of different pigments together. Well, here you just see one tone of pink. Same with the purple, the same with the blue. Same with this light green. And that's also really nice as well, because then you just know what you are gonna get. For this one specifically, you will just get a nice pink. And if you water it down, so if you would use it for painting, you get just a nice, I would say, middle tone pink. For me, when looking at with eye to eye, I would say this is more of a purplish pink than reddish pink. But that can also be because I'm sitting in a room with light. Maybe if you go outside, this pink would look a little bit different. But so all things can be different. Okay, let's go to the orange. I love a good orange. Yeah. Or yellow. Would you say this is an orange or a yellow? Oh, a little bit, quite a lot on my brush right now, so let me get a little bit on here. Taunus Ink. This is orange. Honey orange, yes. Or honey yellow, depends how this dries. Because I would say with a lot of ink on there, it looks more orange. But you can also say, oh, this is just a warm yellow. So it's kind of up to interpretation in that way. Maybe it's more yellow than orange. Oops. Oh well. It is a readable color, so that's what I really like. Especially these two together. Very fun. Reminds me of the spring. And then we have I think it's a blackish color, but it can also be a green, a really dark green. But we will see. The final color for Taunus inks today. Oh, okay. I would say this is more of a brown, gray, green, dark ink. Taunus Ink. I would call this office. Office gray? Office Grey. Not Greg. Grey. So, this is going worse than I thought. This is Grey. Office Greg. Let me know what you like better. Maybe Office Greg fits even better. I do not know. Maybe it would, maybe it won't. You can also see it's almost like a green-brown combination. Kind of a lot of things happening. Especially if you add water, it reminds me more of a olive green. Maybe Office Grey would work, Office Green. I feel like both of those would work. So I wanted to write some final thoughts about these inks, especially since these are all samples. Very nice selection. This is the Asvine C80 in light blue glitter, by the way. And the ink that is in here is the Seelie Blue. Colors. I feel like you make a range of people happy with the selection. There we go. And this is ink Seelie Blue. There we go. Okay, I will do a quick roundup of all the colors. So you can see we start with the Faerie Blue, so the purplish blue color. As you can see, it has those dual tones in there, so it is a little bit of blue, a little bit of dark blue if you add a lot of ink in there. But it's also purplish. It's purplish blue, more leaning towards what would I say, a more pink in there. But all this together makes a nice purple. Then we have the lake blue. I feel like very classic blue color, works well. I feel like it would fit most people that are looking for a standard blue color, not too dark, not too light, still readable. Then this one is the one for you. Now we get to the more colorful inks. I would say the amethyst purple or the purple color feels calm, collected, very nice to look at. I feel like I could write whole pages and not get a headache because of the color, so that's very nice. The Seelie Blue was the one I also used here. Very nice gray blue, especially here in a 1.1 stub nib, or a stub nib pen. I feel like this, especially here with painting, this one would also really shine. So it doesn't really matter on what you use, but this one I believe would shine better in a broader nib pen. Then we have the dragon green with the green color, but also here you can see a little bit of the beige. Here you can see stripes with brown. More calm, more relaxing. I feel like these two would really fit together because these three actually, because these have those more different colors in them. And I feel like that would really work well with painters or with people that like a little bit more in their inks. Maybe my writing sample doesn't do it justice. Maybe you need to write more and more with it. But I feel like this is really pretty. The forest green. Oh, I love a dark green. It doesn't really matter how or what or whatever. This just works. Very calming for me. The same with the amethyst. I feel like you can use those every day and it would work fine. The soothing green, just like my name suggests, because these don't have a name at all. Very calming to look at. Maybe not for everyone because it's quite light. But I still feel like if you have a slightly broader pen, this would still be readable. It is not that light that it won't be readable. So keep that in mind. Then the Office Grey color, as you can see now that it's dried down, it's more of a brown. So maybe the color would be Office Brown. But maybe that doesn't fit the name totally. I feel like this is also the same as these two Calming color, very nice to look at. Very calming just for every day. I feel like that one would be okay, especially if you are someone that uses dark blue ink or black ink. Maybe you want something slightly different but still really readable. I feel like that would be a great hit. Then the honey orange, I must say now that it's dried down, I feel like there's almost a little bit of pink showing through. Do you see that? Really beautiful. Would I still say it's honey? Maybe not. But it's very stunning. I feel like how longer I look at this color, how better it feels to look at. So very, very cheerful. It reminds me of summer. Very nice. And then for the last that I want to show you is the pink. Just a nice pink. Just a nice pink. Doesn't have a difficult name. Very stunning, as you can see. Even in the lighter colors, it kind of stays the same hue, so it doesn't really change. As you see here, it stays in the same family, basically. I hope you like this little view of the Taunus inks. These are just little samples that he's still creating. Maybe he will one day publish them all and sell them all, but for now, I hope you like that you had a little sneak peek about this ink maker. And maybe you're like, oh, I want to see more of what he does. I will put his socials down below. He doesn't have a lot of social media as of now because he's still just working out on what he wants to do. But maybe you can drop down in the comments what colors you really like to see or what colors you think already work what we see here. I must say these ones are the most that I'm most drawn to. This orange, I'm also really intrigued because it's just so pretty. And I don't have an orange with that pink undertone yet. So I just really like that. But yeah, let me know. I hope you liked it. And I will see you another time. Thank you so much for watching. And bye bye. Bye bye. I hope you liked it. I was so happy I got these samples, guys. I was like, yes, send me them. Send them to me. I will do something with them. But yeah, these are them. I hope you liked it. And that's it for now. Yeah, bye bye.